Namaskar and welcome to you all to this series of videos on Patanjali Yoga Sutras. In the last video we have seen Samadhi Pada Sutra 1. Now we are going to Samadhi Pada Sutra 2. This sutra gives you the definition of yoga according to Patanjali. Yoga चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः योगः चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः. Yoga means joining together. Chitta means mind. Vritti means whatever generally happens in the mind. Actually, chitta vritti must be taken as a single word also. Nirodha means restraint or control or mastery. So what is yoga? Yoga is the restraining, controlling and mastering of all the operations and modifications of the chitta or the mind. Nirodha means restraining, controlling, mastering, etc. That is bringing the whole of what happens in the mind under your control. Let's not argue about this much. We are going to practically do this Chitta Vritti Nirodha throughout this series. So you will understand what is Nirodha then. Patanjali gives us many ways to understand Nirodha in the coming sutras. Chitta is just not the physical location of the brain. Though brain is the seat, it is the hardware. It is the bundle of all thoughts, sensations and emotions that constantly arise in the mind, remain in motion and gets modified and go out all the time it is happening. Vrittis are therefore all the activities, all the changes, fluctuations, modifications that happen in the chitta, the mind. So, chitta is the sum total of all modifications and vrittis are the individual parts. So, chitta vrittis germinate, take birth in chitta. They form the finest invisible seeds in the chitta from which all thoughts and emotions sprout again and again and again, grow and perish. So, in a way, you can say yoga is the mastering of the mind or mind control. Let us not be making frivolous arguments on the correctness of these words. We are going to do all these things practically. Arguing is like a fellow who argues about love without ever falling in love. He doesn't know love. Therefore, there is no point in arguing with a fellow like that. Let's not argue. We are going to do all these things. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is a path and also a goal. In one way it is the path, in another way it is the goal. Yoga is essentially meaning that sadhaka must unite with his innermost self. This is the final goal post. But what we are going to do is the path. Chitta records everything that we do and everything that happens to us. Chitta, there are two things. Whatever we do, chitta itself generates many things inside it. So, but a lot of inputs come from outside also. Many things arise inside, many things come from outside. So, there are inputs which are received. These are synthesized, analyzed, and some outputs are generated for communication with itself and with the outside world. So, chitta also has the capability to record certain things with extrasensory perception, extrasensory logic, beyond the five senses. We may call it the sixth sense experience. Now, we also need to understand one thing. There are certain chitta vrittis which come preloaded even at birth. You may call it as the genetic code. When a child born, goes on flaying its hands and legs, and after some time turns on its stomach, crawls front and back, and gets up, falls, and again gets up, starts walking and running. Also, all these things are happening, laughing, smiling, so many things are happening in the child. Nobody has taught the child, please understand. These are preloaded chitta vrittis. There are many preloaded chitta vrittis or genetic code which have come to the child automatically, spontaneously at birth. Now, there are many things there. It is for us to create favorable circumstances for flowering of the best of the preloaded chitta vrittis. There is a huge potential inside for flowering of this preloaded chitta vrittis through yoga. But after we are born, many inputs are coming into the brain and they are overlaying the preloaded chitta vrittis. So the chitta goes on getting obliterating its preloaded chitta vrittis. Now the sadhaka must become capable of flowering his preloaded chitta vrittis and loading new chitta vrittis which are beneficial to him. Now the doubt arises, who makes all these tasks, that is receiving the inputs, analyzing, synthesizing, generating the outputs, etc. And sadhaka must control. So we said control mastery. Who does all these things? Now, as far as we know, we have only chitta. And see, even in receiving the inputs, we are not perfect. We know that. See, when the sensory inputs are coming, are we capable of receiving them properly and loading them inside properly? No. Now, the chitta is also habit bound. So, receiving inputs, it's not very capable. Then there are some habits. Our mind is extremely habit bound. It is a slave to these habits. So, we also become slaves to those habits. Let us see some of the habits. Mind is constantly shifting from one thought to another and generating appropriate emotions to suit those thoughts. These thoughts and emotions may not have much relevance to our present physical conditions or needs, yet the mind goes on generating all sorts of ridiculous, incoherent, inappropriate, self-defeating thoughts and emotions. You know that, I know that, everybody knows that. The mind goes on generating thoughts which are unnecessary for us. It never stays on a single thought for a reasonable time in any of us. Can you stay on one single thought for say 15 minutes? Impossible. So that is the first habit. Doesn't stay on one single habit. Habit 2 is mind can't stay in the present, except for a very fleeting split moment in its journeys between the past and the future. This is the problem of the mind. This is the problem of the individual, you, mind. Habit 3 is mind not only forms habits, but also makes them into addictions. Intoxicating drinks, drugs, violence, crimes, and so on. So many addictions are there which are very dangerous habits, afflicting the lives of people around us and us. Once addicted, the mind doesn't allow them to come out of these self-destroying habits easily. Some people try to come out of them and come out, but most of them fail. Why are the minds so frail and so weak, habit bound? But some people become great artists, singers, writers, leaders, etc. They are also habit bound, but in their case it is not self-defeating habits, but self-ennobling habits. Your habits govern almost every aspect of your life. From the time you get up, your coffee is a habit, your spouse is a habit, your newspaper is a habit, Your religion is a habit. Everything, almost everything is a habit. And then our habit 4 is mind forms many likes and dislikes. All of them become your habits. You hate people of a particular country, particular religion, particular color of people, language, etc. And on the other side, you may like some others. That's your habit. Your religion also is your habit. It is the sum total of your beliefs and fears, not realities, not your real knowledge. They are beliefs and fears. Whether you actually go to a heaven or hell, you will never know until you die. But your life on earth is governed by all these beliefs and fears which go by the name of your religion. Now, some simple facts about our habits. Let us understand. Bad habits take very little time to cultivate. You can cultivate them in half an hour. Good habits require a lot more time to cultivate. Bad habits require very little time. Good habits require a lot of time to cultivate. Bad habits take you on an easy, quick downhill journey in life. They destroy your life. Good habits are an uphill journey, a little difficult to cultivate. They need effort. But at every stage, they will reward you. Good habits reward you in life with some success, some progress, some joy. They enhance your life tremendously. Bad habits are very difficult to give up. They cling to your mind and refuse to leave you. You must make all out effort to destroy them. So better not to form them initially. Good habits are difficult to form but easy to give up. You must always cling to them. The easiest way to form bad habits is make friendship with those who have those bad habits. You get their bad habits instantly. The easiest way to form good habits also is make friendship with those who have those good habits. You get their good habits, but very gradually, unless you transmit your bad habits to them. Habits formed in childhood are very difficult to give up. Therefore, parents should be very careful of what they are teaching their children. So all these are chitta vrittis. Now, let us go to a practical exercise. Know your body. So, sit before a mirror, very good, clean mirror, preferably a long mirror. Then look at your body from the top of the head to the toes carefully. Sit in such a way that you can look at your whole body. And then observe all your features closely. Now, after you have observed your features closely, your face, your hands, your legs, etc., close your eyes. With closed eyes, now visualize your body from head to feet. Visualize every part as closely as you can. Periodically open your eyes, look at your face, look at your body in the mirror again, and then again close your eyes. Then again visualize your body. Do it a few times or a few days until you get a good idea of all the significant features of your face and your body. The ancient saying is, Deho Devalayo Proktaha Jivo Deha Sanatanaha. Body is the temple, your temple, in which you reside as its God. Your duty is to keep your body as a temple, clean, strong, beautiful, and holy. There is no holier place than your body, anywhere outside of you. The temple, the mosque, the church are not holier than your body. Do not bother about what others say about your temple, that's your body. It is holy and it is beautiful. You accept it. Howsoever it is, try to keep it as clean as possible, as beautiful as possible. Accept it. You must treat it as holy and good. Sooner or later, if you are observing your body and if you are liking your body, if you are accepting your body wholly, mentally, then know your body, accept your body, and be happy with your body. This exercise will help you when you attempt your meditations, advanced meditations. Thank you. We will meet again with the next Sutra 1.3.